Rightio, let's go again. Hello everybody, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great time. We are once again going to dive into the tombs and caves of Arden Vul. Arden Vul. One day, I'll get it right. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's impossible to tell. So last time we managed to find the stairs down. So we kind of reached here and it takes us down. Now I've kind of cheated here and put it into the correct temporal location. Not temporal, physical location. The right physical location. So yeah. We travel down. And the darkness continues. It's 2 full dungeon levels down. Let's get out the book. Where's the book? Come here, book. Tell you what I've not been using. I've not been using my other camera angle, and I probably should. Probably should use my other camera angle. However, the other camera angle is on the floor, which isn't very useful, I suppose. I'd have to take it up off of the floor. And I'm one of those people that when something lands on the floor, that's kind of where it lives until it absolutely no longer lives there. I don't want scrolling between pages. Actually, I don't want that either. Okay. Maps of Arden Vul. Let's go to level 3, the Halls of Toff. And let's close that and close that. Okay, yeah, so we're up here in 27. So let's also go to level 3, the Halls of Toff. So areas 3 to 71. Nonsense that we don't need. Wall iconography in the precincts of Toff. Okay. Factions in this area. The Cult of Set. Reckless incursions into Set's territory will be met swiftly by deadly force. For construction in this area, all worked areas are Kantian, with 10-foot ceilings and iron-bound wooden doors. The Tophian areas were plastered in antiquity and covered in frescoes. See Table 1. Environment is cool and dry. So this wasn't the information I was looking. This is the information I was looking for. Areas 3-1 through 370. Every 3 turns, a 1 in 6 chance. Okay. Okie dokie, that's fine. We've been here before. So 1 to 70. We kind of need to bear that in mind. Pencil. Oh, my pencil's behind me. There we go. Pencil's back. Trying to figure out where to set the old mouth movements is very, very difficult. Let's 3, 1 to 70. Cool. Entrances and egress points. We don't need that. And let's go to room 27. Stairs up to level 121. Oh, also we're going to say, yeah, because it's taken us so long, we will track that down and roll. Nothing on there. Okay. Probably pull that in a bit. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that means we need another torch. 5 torches used. Right. This dusty chamber is hidden behind... Well, it can't... I'm on the other side of it. So what we see is a 2x2 room with a circular staircase in the middle and no walls off the side. But our characters are going to be, I think, rather suspicious about a set of stairs that seem to have a perfect wall on all ends and no more ways down. So we're going to test for walls. Nice and simple. We detect an illusionary wall, which is here. But let's carry on with the description here. Yeah, so this is just a set of stairs, and as we go through, we go into. Let's zoom in on this little map a little bit. So, giving you the experience of really lame mapping when I have a full map to refer to. Okay, so this goes into here, which is a 2 by 2 room. 2 by 2 with a door and a door. Right. So, what's this room like? 26. I'm going backwards now. 26, 26, 23, 23, 25, 26. The foyer. The former foyer is unremarkable, save for the illusionary wall on the northeast corner. An elf or dwarf has a 1 in 6 chance of noting something about the room is off, otherwise the illusionary wall may only be detected by physical inspection. Duh. However, there is 2 doors, and we have no bearings here at the moment, so mark off one of these. 1 to 3, 4 to 6. 1 to 3. So we open this here door. And this leads us into room 25. Oh, well, we'll have listened as well. We hear nothing. Okay, so this room is a... I should separate these out, shouldn't I? I should. There we go, separate it out. So this is 3. Like so. Down by 2. You see the little dots there where I tried to do the counting. I count goods, I do. A wooden cupboard is the only piece of furniture to have survived in this former priest's chamber. Who knew? And that only barely. Inside it are some bits of parchment, including one inscribed with a cleric spell. The priest's 2 baboon guards have risen as skeletons. So, okay, so it's a room with detritus around it and 2 skeletons of baboons. Okay. So what's a baboon got? Skeletons are always silent, so you can't hear them anyway. So, the 2 skeletons will rush for same character. Okay, so that's good to know. So, Skelly... Baboon. Baboon. That's another one of those words which has a nice mouth feel. Baboon. They take half damage from edged or pierced and sharp. They do 1d6 damage, and they are hit dice 2 and 15 hit points. That's interesting. By default, but I'd say baboons are d8 hit dice because they're reasonably big. So 6, 8 for the first one, and 3, 6 for the second one. Right, and they take half damage from edged and piercing weapons. Which is everyone's except for Morblin's, because Morblin has a mace and everyone else has a sword. Yeah. Or an axe. Really should just swap out that axe with a sword. This is one of those things that I think about a lot when they respect some of these weapons, because as far as I'm concerned, it's probably a discussion for another day. The standard damage dice was a thing of beauty. I like the systems that do kind of like 2d6 advantage for like big weapons, 1d6 for normal weapons, and then 2d6 pick for lowest for the other ones. Here's for party surprised. Is anyone surprised? No one's surprised. Okay, initiative. Party goes first. Gotta give him something. Okay, baboons. 1, 2. We'll just do it here. It's not a very complicated fight. Get that out of the way. 2 baboons. A cleric. A dwarf. A fighter. That's the elf. Fighter. And a thief. So the players get initiative, and they see these 2 baboons, 2 skeletal baboons, and as they're skeletal, they're almost certainly bad guys. So the cleric will try to turn. The 2 fighters are going to attack. 2 fighters are gonna close in on one, and the elf will close in on the other. Just for convenience's sake. So they move in to attack that. That comes here to attack that. Cleric is going to do the thing. And Ranger is going to do range stuff. So, Ranger... everyone gets to do something this turn. So, let's do it. I've been using magic pool dice, but I've been thinking about just going back to straight fancy and style and only having 1 spell. We'll see how I feel about that. Yeah, as well. The 8 and the 2 and the 2 are all going to be misses. Well, the 8's probably a miss. Well, their armor class is 7. Yeah, the 8's a miss. So, 2 hits from the cleric and the elf. So, elf, cleric. Elf's damage is halved. So they both do... well, the elf does 3 plus 1, 4 points of damage to number 2, which is that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the Morblin does 5 points of damage to the other one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, baboon's turn. Well, baboons, as noted, will attempt to attack the same person. So this baboon's going to move to attack this one, and that one's going to move to attack that one. And they will both attack... they'll both attack the fighter. So, armor class of 2 we're going for. Neither a 10 and a 5 won't hit. Okay, next round. Who goes first? 5 and a 4. The baboons go first, and they will do the same thing again. 17. Okay, that sounds bad. 17 for a 2 hit dice monster. Hits a 1, so they both hit. I should go about there. And 2d6. 7 points of damage. Oh. Fighter. 9 minus 7 is a number smaller than 9. 2? I think it's 2. Okay. Fine. That's to be expected when you get pummeled by 2 skeletal baboons. Party. Everyone attacks their targets again. Oh, I forgot to roll for turning. I rolled an attack instead. Okay. Well, there we go. Mistake on my part. See, you should remind me of these things, people. Remind me of these things. I'm not trying to turn, apparently. So that's a hit. 13 from V. That's a hit. 10. Nope. 10. 10. That's a hit. Okay, so that's a hit. Oh, that's a miss. 7. Yeah, that's a miss. Where do you go? Oh no. Did I get a 10 or a 7? I can't remember now. Either way, misses. So we got 3 hits. 1, 2. Oh, magic user hit again. 3. So that's 1 point of damage plus 1. So 1 point of damage against this one. But then 8 points of damage from the wizard kills this one. And then 2 points of damage on that one. Kills both of them. Both are dead. DED. Come back here. You stop running away. Okay, thief goes here. Dwarf goes here. Cleric goes here. Elf goes here. Fighter goes here. Fighter dice. Fighter dice. Elf dice. Elf dice. Clericy dice. Clericy dice. So we'll cast cure. Oh, right. First of all, we'll heal 2 points on our dude for bandages, and we will use up a bandage. Get out of my way. 2 used. We'll expend our heal, and we heal for 5 points. So that takes him up to 9. Fighters back up to 9, people. Fighters back up to 9. Okay, so we'll so that's a round. Where's my round sheet gone? Nice and easy. Haha. It's great to feel the bone shattering under my mace, goes Morblin. And David is like, you could have done the bone shattering faster. Roll for encounter. No encounter. Okay. Search for room, find a cleric scroll. Scroll of Sanctuary. Okay. Scroll of Sanctuary. I'd been thinking about running Shadow Dark again, and I looked at it and I just couldn't be bothered. I've bought the new campaign setting for it, but yeah. It is what it is. I think what normally kind of turns me off of the game is off of Shadow Dark is the lack of hit dice on monsters and the kind of the roll up for everything. But we steal enough of the Shadow Dark mechanics over here, so it's fine. Right. So there are no wandering monsters. Let's carry on. So there is nothing else in this room. So we will go back down to here and listen at this door. Do we hear anything? If we could, we did. But we don't. So there's nothing in here. Right. Now this, wanting to be an incredibly annoying room, goes like so, and then like so, and then is it 2 again? There you go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. And then 2 again. Is it 2? It's really hard when people decide to use funny shapes like this. So that lines up to that. This then needs to come back to like here. So I've done something wrong. What have I done wrong? Who knows? I think I've not made... I don't know. It should be right, but it's not. And then 2 back to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The elf and the thief will get a roll to detect. And they detect. Okay. They rolled a 6. So that's a detect. Let's check here. So yeah, they detect a secret door. Oh my word. I didn't expect them to detect this door. No fanciness on how to find this. 32B. There's 32B. 29. Oh, shit. Oh. Oopsie daisy. There's also another door here that I didn't see. Don't know how I missed that. Oh well, we've not used that door. We'll just pretend it wasn't there. Pretend it was a secret door. There we go. But we've discovered this door. So... C... down to 30. C 28. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Right. So that's 34. It's not 34 we found. 28 is what we found. Okay. 28, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay. So, one rather decrepit wooden chest lurks among the ruins of his former barracks. How would I know? This chest may be easily kicked open. Inside are some rotting clothes and a... Yeah, okay, well, tell me about the important stuff. But in this room, there are 2 zombies. You'd have thought that should be, mentioned earlier. Game. Of course. I'll start reading it properly. 2 zombies. These are hit dice 2. Yeah. Hit dice 2. AC 8. Really rubbish zombies. AC 8. Hit points 12. But we roll. We roll. There's a D8. 1 plus 1. So the first one has 2 hit points. And the second one has 6 to 8 hit points. I don't know what sized hit dice they're intending on using here, but it doesn't feel like it's a D8. For 12, it's probably a D10 they're using to derive their thingies. And it does attack is 1D8. Zombies always go last. So, again, just grab 2. And the party gets to move first, so this time Elf will get back up. Wizard will try and turn this time, right? So, ranged attack first. Probably because I wasn't doing it in proper order. That's a hit. For D6. 6 points of damage. And it's probably shooting at 2. So that takes that one down to 2. Now, turning is 2d8, if I'm not mistaken. Fortunately, I've got the book open at the moment because I was looking at the demi-human classes. Cleric. Hit dice. Roll. Turntable. Yeah, roll 2. All right, roll 2d6 on the turntable. We're gonna play some banging tunes on our turntable. 6. That's a fail. Didn't turn nothing. Fine. So try to turn on a magic turn. Melee turn. Melee. Oh, that looks... it would look bad, but we have an armor class of 8. So that there is a hit. That is a hit. That's almost certainly a miss. Yeah, that's a miss. So... come back. Yep, they're both dead. Excellent. Get out. Get out. Get out of here. I thought that was going to be a brief one. So, one of the things when it comes to these smaller kind of scrub battles, we won't bother drawing out a map. When there's like a bigger one, we'll take a little break and make a little map. I think that's a good way of doing it. Let me know if you think it's a good way of doing it. Right. That one, and that one. And that goes back into the defeated pile. Nice. Let's just make sure we've made a note of these. 2 skelly baboons. 2 zombies. 2 hit dice. 2 hit dice. So yeah, we search for room and we find... Search room and we find a Jasper gem. Jasper gem worth 125 gold pieces. And we find Jasper gem, 125 gold pieces, and a blue glass activation square. A blue glass activation square. Okay, does the wizard know anything about a blue glass activation square? Maybe the elf, the only person who probably does. Or maybe the dwarf as well. I mean, they're both old, so they have old knowledge of old things. These will be wisdom checks, so neither of them get a modifier, so it's 10 or less. Yes. Okay, so Borin knows what it is. He's like, it's a Tovian teleportation ring. And let's find out what a Tovian teleportation ring does, shall we? It sounds like it probably does something to do with teleporting. Copy. Control F. Paste. Why did it only copy one word? I told you. Tovian teleportation ring. I want the whole thing copied. Not just one word, computer. Copy. Paste. Teleportation ring. Okay, 89 references. This is going to be great to look up. Let's carry on going. Let's carry on going. Carry on going. Here we go. We've gone away, but we've still... Let's scroll down to the bottom. New magic items. Okay, a Tovian teleportation ring. T T T T T T T T T T T T T T. Here we go. Theodis. Tovian teleportation rings. Okay, here we go. The priests of Toth developed a network of stationary teleportation rings which they used to travel between various levels of Arden Vul. The rings are comprised of a series of 2-foot pave. Oh, right. So it's not a ring. It's a ring on the floor. You should probably have been clear about that. Right. Okay. The rings are composed of a series of 2-foot tall paving stones that are arranged in a 6-foot diameter ring inset into the floor. Next to a ring is a 48 inches long by 8 foot tall. What? Inset into the floor next to a ring is a rectangle 48 inches long and 8 inches tall. The rectangle is divided into 6 interior compartments, each 8 inches square. To activate the ring, one must place 6 coloured glass activation squares into the inset. Okay, it's an isolinear computer out of Star Trek original series. That's what it is. So you basically have to get squares of various colours and then put them into these things, right? And we found a blue glass activation square. So we know these fit into these teleportation systems, and a few modern denizens of the halls understand how they work, but these guys do because they're old, really, really old. He's an old dwarf who lives under the ground for hundreds of years, not just for normal few years, but hundreds of them. Okay, right. Okay, right, fine. Let's go all the way back up to the top. We're going to have to remember this page because this is going to invariably become important, but we need at least 6 of these squares before we can do anything with them, right? Because we need six colours. We actually need a ring as well to put them in. So let's go back to the Halls of Toff and let's go back to room 28. 28. Let's get rid of that. Right. So we've just got the activation square and a Jasper gem. Fine. Radio. And we come through this door. Well, yeah, let's mark off a turn. Turn for a fight, turn for a search, turn for a rest. These turns can really get burnt through, eh? And with an encounter. Okay, back up here. First set of encounters. D20. 8. 6 halflings from the gang. Halflings are scouts, making sure nothing unusual is happening in the area. However, we're inside this secret room. So, let's roll for a check. Because the halflings clearly don't know about this room, because if they did know about this room, there wouldn't be a monster in here. Reasonably straightforward. So we don't know about this room, and we're in our rest turn, so we're being reasonably quiet and relaxing. So I think they go on by. Well, they might go on by. I reckon there's a... What do you think? I think it's unlikely that we leave as they're going past. Come back. 62, yeah, so we're fine. But they also can't really know about this set of stairs, or else they'd already have a group watching it, right? So I think they just kind of put their head through this door and then head back down. So That'll be that. That's funny. Alright, halfling fighters. Hit points 8, 9 and 10. You can tell we're using a different system. Not a... It's like 2 halfling thieves. Hit points 11, 9 and 8. Thieves only have a D8 worth of... D4 worth of hit points. So that definitely wouldn't... That's definitely not correct. Anyway. If it had been another kind of monster, I'd have said there'd be a chance that they came in, but... They weren't. They were halflings, and so they have no reason to come in here. So let's get back to it. 6th torch. Ah, it's a whole set of torches we've gone through. Right. So, what room is this? Room 30. Okay. 30. A thick layer of trash fills this former guard post. A thick layer of trash fills this small 1x2 room. This portion of the complex is made of unadorned but neatly fitted stonework. And here we see 3 doors. Right, one and we don't recognize it because we're coming from the other direction, and lots of these places look the same. So, 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. 1 to 2. Okay, so we go into this room. And we see this large open area with 4 pillars and this tomb, and we go, ah, I know where we are. If we go south, there's going to be that weird installation that goes down into that room with the giant slime monster. Let's not do that again, we thinks to ourselves. So the question is are we going to go back and try this door, or are we going to carry on and go down this way? So 1 to 3, 4 to 6. 4. Okay. So we're going to decide to head back in this direction. So... we could probably go out here. So, listen to this door. 2, we don't hear nothing. So we open the door, and there's a corridor. And it goes for 3. And it ends in a door. I should move to the side a bit more. Bum, 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 bum. Hold on. Let me readjust some bits and pieces here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to listen to this door. And a turn has gone by. Yoink. And we need to roll for an encounter. No encounter. Listen. Can't hear anything. So we carefully open this door. And this is the door that long ago I was rambling about a huge door. Well, you found the huge door. And it goes like so, and it goes like so. And then it goes like so. I believe. Yeah, and this goes down here. 34. Let's read what's going on here. 34. A continual light spell was cast here years ago at the centre of a 15-foot tall ceiling. The chamber is plastered with features 16, which the chamber is plastered and features 16 large images of ibis heads staring at the centre of the chamber. The sapphire blue eyes of each ibis are painted such that it appears to be staring at the point in the middle of the room. A thick layer of dust is found in the chamber, with halfling-sized footprints leading south. So, halfling footprints going south. Halfling footprints. I don't think we want to go that way because we don't want to mess with these halflings. Right, halfling footprints heading south and west. Okay, so west, north, east, southwest. Okay, so back this way. They probably should have mentioned that there are halfling footprints going through here. But they didn't. So, anyway. Right. Before Ibis heads on the north wall, flanking the door, 335 have peepholes about 5 foot up. These are easily identified to anyone looking at the frescoes, which, of course, the elf, the dwarf, and the thief certainly are. The elf out of curiosity about, magic stuff. The dwarf out of curiosity for, stone stuff. And the thief out of curiosity for, sapphire stuff. The other two are probably kind of stood around, waited to go. The bronze doubled, so they're like, these are peepholes. Okay. The bronze double doors to the north. This. Are carved with ibises, baboons, humans, scrolls, and strange objects. A bronze keyhole and lock appear on the rightmost valve. You've not mentioned any valves, but okay. From its size, the key must be large, 8 inches or more. The doors are locked and stuck. Only the key will unlock them from this side. See, they say that, but this is one of the things. Two things. A knock spell should always open the door, because it's a knock spell. And a thief can pick locks. Let them pick locks. At least let them try. Thief's going to try and pick the lock. Okay. Thief. Thief. Lockpicking. Level 1. Open locks. 15% chance. Not much chance. And there's no bonuses, because I reckon this is not easy. Yeah. Can't pick the lock. Fair enough. It's a turn, though. And we don't fancy going south. Because we've got no reason to go south. And we can pretty easily ascertain where that goes. But let me just double check something about room 26. The run, which is this one with this door that I forgot about. So room 26, foyer. The foyer is unremarkable except for the illusionary wall. An elf or dwarf has a 1 in 6 chance. Otherwise, the illusionary wall is only detected on inspection. Now, I can see why coming from this way, you might not find it, but coming from this way is easy to find. I think, clearly this isn't a secret door then, which makes this door kind of weird. But hey, is it? Hold on. Let's go back up here a second. Let's go to the key. Let's zoom in. Zoom into my map. So the door's only on one side, which would normally indicate to me that it's a false door or a one-way door. I was playing around with one-way doors earlier. I never got to run the thing with the one-way doors, but it did tickle me. I like one-way doors. Side view. Keys. Map key. Yeah, it's a false door. Okay, right. So I didn't miss a door. It's just not a real door. Right. So this means that our only choice really is to go this way, because we're not going back into this room because that will get us captured by the angry halflings. Same as if we go down here. So we've got to go back through here. There's nothing interesting in here either. So, yeah, there's no other way off of here. So, through here we go. The other thing we could do is try and sneak around this slime thing, which we could do if that's our only choice. We can do that. But until then, let's head back to here. I don't think we're wounded or tired enough yet to warrant running away. No, everyone's fine. We just don't have any magic left. Which is kind of fine. We do have that scroll of sanctuary. What does sanctuary do again? Does anyone remember? Do you remember? Are you shouting it at me right now? Sanctuary does this. I mean, I kind of presume it's a safe location spell. It's a cleric spell. Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Oh, excellent. It's not in OSE. Cool. Awesome. That's what I like. Let's ask Google. Cleric spell. Sanctuary. Don't talk to me. Stupid AI nonsense. I don't want 5th edition. I don't want D&D Beyond. It's just AD&D. AD&D. Sanctuary. Okay. Osric. That's what it's using. Sure. Sanctuary. A sanctuary spell makes the cleric seem an irrelevant non-hostile target. One that his or her enemies will ignore. Okay, right. It lasts 2 rounds plus the level of a caster. Cleric may not undertake hostile actions. The spell's power will dissipate. Is it a location spell or a... no one cares about components, so it's a stupid idea. Cool. Fine. I kind of get it. I know how I use it. Well, I know how I would rule it, given I don't have any rules for it in ISC. Basically, it creates a 5 foot by 5 foot area. Because, I mean, it says sanctuary, right? Where anything in that 5 foot by 5 foot area will be ignored by beasties for 2 plus for caster's level. Right? So, yeah. I've also been thinking about damage. I was wondering whether or not I should go down once hit points are out. I still... I'm feeling that we're currently... We'll see. Let's see how deep we go. And then we'll think about how we'll rule on... Or how we'll adjust the damage system. Or if we do, right? Cool. Anyway, we are back here, which makes us in room... We're in room 18. There's nothing interesting about 18, if memory serves me correctly. So room 18. The Hall of Judges. This room. This oval chamber served as the entry point to the main mortuary areas. It contains 4 massive pillars holding up a domed roof. Each of the 4 pillars being carved for the likeness of the gods. They're very into Egyptian gods here. None of this matters. Okay. Fine, whatever. No one cares. And this room, 319. What was going on there? So, I think the elf and the dwarf will be interested in going up and checking out this room anyway. So, yeah, they do. And we're going to knock off Turner and a turn for rest and a monster check. Oh god, another set of monsters. 4 14. 14. Okay, 14 is 4 to 8 giant fire beetles. Maybe we will be running away. 4 to 8 giant fire beetles. So that's 3 giant fire beetles. 1, 2, 3. Come back here. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I need much, but I do think I need the table. Okay. This room's very big, so I won't draw it out. But, oh, I still have a room on here. Oh well. Pretend that there is no room. Well, let's just use this as a... It's kind of comparable. Whatever. We'll make do. Right? No, we won't. 1 second. Let's sort this out. Real-time cleaning with dungeon slime. Sorry about this, you know, but sometimes needs must. I think this is the wrong one. Whatever. It'll do. It'll do. How you all doing? You having fun? If you've done the old liking and subscribing, if you've got this far, you're probably my one follower who gives me likes. It's probably you if you're still here. Or it's me checking back to see how it's going. How am I doing right now? Am I feeling good? Yeah? Good. That's what we like to hear. So, distance for the firebugs. Because I've done all this and they might just be the friendliest firebugs in the world. Distance 80 foot. Reaction 7. Neutral. Okay. Well, okay. You know, the firebugs are just hunting around for food. Right, so they're kind of going around. Nom 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 nom. Where is something delicious to eat? Nom 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 nom. Can we hide from them? Let's ask for ref. I think that's probably 50-50. So under 50 and we can hide from them. And we're 80 foot away. So we could hide behind the... We could hide behind this, right? So can we hide? I reckon it's very likely. So under 75 and we're good. Hey ref, can we hide? 78. No. No, it comes sniffling around the back here with us. For clearly smell dinner. And so the fight will commence. So we're all stuck behind this thing. Let's use that for the thing. Right. Firebugs. Firebugs are a bit of a nuisance if memory serves me correctly. Firebugs. Oh, 4 to 8. Oh well. I don't have 4D. 4D2. That's probably 1D4 plus 3? No. I don't know how you get 4 to 8. Whatever. We got 3. AC4, big problem. Hit dice 1 plus 2. Not okay. Hit dice 1 plus damage 2d4. 2d4. And they're smallish, so I'll give them D6s for their hit points. Wow, okay. So we got a 4, a 7, and an 8. Okay. 4, 7, and 8. do, 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 do. 4, 7, and 8. Anything else I need? Hit dice 1+1. This is the hardest fight we're going to have today, I think. Alright. What else are we looking at? Size 4, movement 40, hit dice 1+2, damage 2 to 8. Let's see who goes first. Players go first. Okay, so Thief's going to ranger it. Elf is going to come around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cleric's going to come around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dwarf's going to come around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like so. Right. Thief does ranged attack. Everyone can roll all at once, right? Yeah. Oh, that was a 9. Don't be at 1. Being at 1 would be really bad. Oh my word. Not as bad as that roll. They all miss. 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 Right. Firebug's turn. 3 will attack the elf. Elf came at it first. 15. Where's my table gone? Pretty sure that's a miss. 15 for 2 hit dice. Armor class 3. So that's a miss. Hold on. 15 is armor class 3. So that's a hit. Elf only has armor class 3. That is 6 points of damage. Ouch. Hold on. Did they only have 5 hit points? I guess they did. Oh, that's a problem. Here we were going, oh, well, we'll be fine. Everything will work out. Now you've taken 1 point of damage to your epoxy, what are you taking a point of damage to? Dexterity. Oh wow, I just noticed. It's probably even worse than that. 9's not a -1, but it is a -1 now, because it's on 8. Is it a permanent loss? No, okay, good. It's only temporary. Right. But this is really bad, because it means that they won't heal after this fight. Oh well. Right. This one's going to hit the dwarf. And it doesn't. This one is going to hit the cleric. 15 against armor class 2. Okay, so that's a miss. Next round. Okay, party goes first. Now, it would be really nice, everybody, if you just hit this turn. That'd be great. Wow, okay. These are all misses. I think 12's probably a miss as well. Yeah. 1 hit. For me, elf. Probably upset that you got set on fire. This isn't going very well. Oh god, it's really not going very well. He's fighting number 3, which has the most hit points. This is bad. Real bad. Real bad. Why are you idiots so rubbish? This one's attacking the elf, misses. This one attacks the dwarf, misses. This one attacks the cleric, misses. Okay. Phew. Initiative. Party goes first. At least we're getting good rolls on the parties goes this time. Caladrel, she goes, he goes. Alright, please hit this time, everybody. Those are definitely misses. 13 is a miss. 12 is a miss. 18 is a hit on number 1. Okay. Four. So that's 5 points of damage. Good. Not what we need, but you know, it's a start. Let's put all these dice back before I lose where they go. You. And you. Okay. Bad guys go, right? 3 on the elf. Misses. 1 on the dwarf. Oh, wait, I was hitting number 1. Hold on. That's clearly supposed to be a 2. Okay, so 1's dead. Awesome. Right. That one's dead. Okay, so the dwarf is in fact this turn. No, right, next turn is going to attack number 2. Number 2 is going to attack the fire and misses. Cool. Good. Things are going better. Even though my party can't hit anything. Next round. Monsters go first. Someone's going to attack the elf and misses. This one is going to attack the cleric. And 16. 16 hits. 2d4. That's 5 points of damage. Down to 3. But we can still heal if you all just hit this turn. We would be really appreciating it. Please hit. Well, that's a miss. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a hit. That's a miss. Jeez. Ooh. So you're attacking number 2. So that's 4 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Armor class. It's all about armor class, I tell you. Particularly at low level. It's like high armor class is a real killer. Especially when you're rolling as well as we're rolling at the moment. Next round. Party goes first. Okay. I'm also pretty sure the thief is very nearly out of arrows. I might exhaust them of arrows at the end of this fight. That's a miss. That's a miss. And that's a miss. That's a hit. Good job. Good job. Oh, I think 3... No, I might roll a 1. 3 points against... Oh, no, that's against number 3. So 3... Oh, no, that's against this one. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 7. Dead. And that's a 6, which is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dead. Ooh. Spicy. Real spicy meatballs. So, you can heal 2 points for taking us up to 5. You need to get all your dice back. That. Right. Okay. So we just killed 3 fire beetles in this room. And I think that is that. Well, that was a spicy meatball. Very exciting. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be back again, I think, to delve deeper. I think we're just gonna swallow this risk. Yeah, we're gonna swallow that risk. Hold on. Ooh. We should probably, if we head back to the... Did we collect any of the healing juice at the healing pool? That's a question. I think it's likely, right? Probably may have borrowed some vials off of Matey Boy. 22, yeah, we did. Okay. How many vials of healing goo did we get? I reckon we did, we probably got like D4 plus 1. D4 plus 1? 2. Okay. But that healed D4 plus 1 hits. So, I hate D4s. They're the worst dice ever designed. I ain't saying nothing. Why do D4s exist? Such a rubbish dice. Okay, so we got 2 and we've used them both. Fine. We can go back up and get more. It's disgusting, so I think we can only have like 1 in like a downtime segment, as opposed to if we take a whole turn we can like chug 1. So I'm going to say that's taken us that turn off, and yeah, meet you again next time. Well, I'll see you in the dungeon and we'll keep pushing and see where we get to. Have fun. Also I was thinking about, next time I do the Star Trek, I'm going to try and do a whole mission all in one go once I wrap up the current one, so that it's not so bitty, right? So I'll probably record one tomorrow, and I'll do another one of these tomorrow as well. So yeah, cool, top bananas. It's been great. You've been great. Have fun. Bye-bye.